is a project I haven't even used for Halloween yet. And these turned out really great. So I took a big skeleton spider and then the two small ones, and I had to fill their bodies up with canned foam, and then I had to paint them and use some hot glue as well to give some detail to them, and I'll show you here. There is an added bonus feature to the big spider, which was the LED lights, and you can see that at the 3-minute and 40-second mark. There's a lot of hot glue on here that went for the detailing on the head of the spider, on his spine, his ribs, and his legs. This turned out really well. Definitely looks great. Made that spider look a lot creepier. And I did place some on the fangs of the spiders. This way it made them look like they're a little bit longer, because they're originally like rounded off. But I wanted a little bit more of a point to them and a little bit more length. So after clearing out all the foam that came out from the ribs, all the sides, as you can see, I covered the top with orange spray paint, and then I used red spray paint on the underside of the body, and then overall light spraying of black on top of that. And then of course there was the black light paint that I put in the eyes there, and then I did add some to the ribs and the spine as well. Here's the underbody, and this is where I used the red paint, and I did spray lightly with the black paint as well. Now these smaller ones were easier to do in removing the excess foam that came out from the ribs, then putting the hot glue pattern on the body, and then painting, of course, but done the same, just on a smaller scale. And I do like the painting pattern that are on these, and definitely how they look. They look a lot creepier than before, making some emphasis on fangs and the ribs as well with the hot glue. It came out awesome. And this is what it looks like with the black light in a very dark room, and you can see the paint job did come out rather well. So I was looking at this while it was behind a black background, so I wanted to see how well they'd pop out, and it just felt like something was missing. And then I had that idea, I had some leftover LED lights from another project and some battery packs, and I figured, why not? With the given LED lights that I have, they're more made for the big spider, and so I'm going to place them on that one, and maybe later on, if I can get some micro LEDs, I'll put them on the smaller spiders. Of course, they'll use those really small watch batteries as well. But here we go. I'll show you how I did it. So the first thing I did was make the pilot hole for each of the LEDs. And with the pilot hole in place, I just had to drill the hole once again with a bigger drill bit. That way it would fit the wires to the LED lights. Now this is just a paper clip that I bent out and put through the holes. This way I can use it to feed the LED wires. The tape that I was using was just a very thin duct tape. You can use masking tape or even electrical tape depending on what you prefer. With some careful pulling, the wire came through. Then I was able to set the LED in nice and secure. Now for the other side, do it the same way. And with some careful pulling, got the other one to go through. As an added step, I pulled the LEDs out slightly, added some hot glue, and then pushed them all the way in to make sure that they're secure. Then added some hot glue to the wires protruding out of the holes in the back of the head there. Now what's left to do is to solder the wires together, then solder the battery pack together with the wires. As a disclaimer here, I am not good at soldering wires, so it'll look very sloppy, but hey, it'll still work though. This is the part where I'm hooking up the battery pack to the wires for the LED lights. So just to be sure everything is good, I did a function test and the lights are working. Now I just need to cover the contacts. I didn't have any shrink sleeves or anything like that, so I'll just use some hot glue, then wrap it with some electrical tape. And this is what it looks like. This thing turned out awesome. Now I am going to make another video with this spider because I didn't show you what that little motor does, and that's the motor where I can remotely have it ascend and descend from the ceiling. So look out for part 2 in the weeks to come on my channel. Well, I hope you liked this video and I wish you luck on your project. Please hit that like button and like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.